Hey guys, I'm Nitrin, and welcome to the Sailors Below. That's right, I'm starting my own Subnautica series. And I have actually played this game before, so don't be surprised when I blow through it, cause yeah, as you can see, I've got quite a few different save files here, and I've won quite a few times. So yeah, don't be surprised. So, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Press any button.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Alright. So, if you've played this game before, you know
This is considered an optimal outcome. This
you probably know
PGA
at
has
least
now
a little bit about
rebooted
it.
in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Alright, if you've played this game before, you know a little bit about you know at least a little bit about it. So, good on you. But if you haven't, the first few episodes are going to be like a starter's guide, but the episodes near the end, or in the middle for that matter, will have a lot of story spoilers, so I highly recommend that if you're new to the game, at least play through the game first before watching this series. Alright? So, like I said, the first few episodes are going to be like a starter guide. They're going to tell you a little bit about how things are going to work. But but the further you get into the series, the more spoilers there are going to be. So, fair warning. Alright, since for the new viewers, if you are reading this, you have survived an emergency evacuation of a capital-class ship equipped with Altera technology. Congrats, the hard part is over. Your PDA has automatically rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system has one directive: to keep you alive on a hostile alien world. If that is not possible, then it will alert salvage teams to the location of your remains. It features full monitoring of vital signs for timely survival advice, blueprints for fabricating a range of essential survival equipment tailored to your environment, onboard camera, microphone, and OCR technology for short-range situational analysis, cross-compatibility with all Altera-compliant products. Your personal and work files have been encrypted and may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer. We don't need that right now. Survival checklist. Step 1. Administer first aid. We will be needing that. As you saw earlier, I got hit in the head with a metal panel and I accidentally walked into the fire. Take inventory of available materials and supplies and decide on rations. I'm the only one here, so yeah. Let's start with that. So we have flares, filtered water, and nutrient blocks. These are going to be your basic food sources and your light sources. And here's a quick tip. Dracona's quick tips. Do not. If you get to the late game and decide you need a light source, flares are your best option. They're cheap, they last a long time, and yeah, they're just an all-around good option. They're a good light source, they're cheap, they last a long time, they're useful for distracting enemies or leviathans, that sort of stuff. And you are going to need that quite a lot in this game. You're going to need that. Alright. So, we're also going to need a first aid kit, because, as you know, I got hit in the head. Let's eat and drink, because, yeah. And then, it's time to take the dive. Alright.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
First thing you need.
Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
First thing you're gonna need is a peeper. That's your best option for that. That's a good food source, and it's useful for distracting these guys. Stalkers. They're bad news, especially in the early game. Right over there, that's the Aurora. Do not go near that in the early game. Yeah. You're gonna need to go in there later in the game, but not right now. Not right now. Going in there right now is a death sentence. For one thing, there's radiation. For another thing, yeah, there's a lot of bad guys. There's a lot of nightmares waiting in there. Oh, stalker. I heard one. There. Best to avoid them early game. Unless you happen to have a peeper in your hand. Like I do.
Oxygen.
Alright. So. We just got 2 things of metal salvage and a titanium from the limestone outcrop. So. Titanium. Awesome. Gonna need that. Cause as soon as this is finished fabricating, you can make an oxygen tank. First thing, oxygen tank.
New blueprint acquired.
Easy. That's an easy extra 30 seconds. Which, yeah, that's a good thing. You can upgrade this later, but for now, that's the best we're gonna get. Alright. And that's all we need for now. Just an oxygen tank so we can dive a little deeper. Now we're gonna go to those little glowing yellow seeds. Collect them. And that's another resource we're gonna need, because as soon as those are finished, we're gonna make ourselves some fins. We can swim a little bit faster, which is good. Faster you can swim, faster you can avoid. Yeah. The faster you can swim, the faster you can get away from stalkers or anything that wants to eat you. Alright. Fins? Check. Cool.
The fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment, using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
You can also... And now we've also got a knife.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
And this knife is going to come in very handy. As you can see, or maybe you can't, we're already swimming faster, and we've got the fins attached to our feet. You're gonna need table coral samples, especially when we get to the advanced stuff like electronics. Alright. That's what we need for now. Acid mushrooms are going to be very useful for batteries. But for that, we're gonna need copper. Best place to get them early game? Limestone outcrops. And the best place to find limestone outcrops? In the caves. Oh, that's a crash fish. Bad news. Those things are like Subnautica's version of creepers. They will blast out of those little plants at insane speeds and then explode. But once they leave, oh crap! There's another one. There's one. I see you, little crash fish. By the way, those little gas things with those little weirdo things with the big tails, those are gasopods. They won't hurt you. They won't hurt you unless they feel threatened. Ow. Also, those little crash things, they're annoying. I hate them. But they have difficulty turning around. So if you swim close to them, when they first leave their pods, you're less likely to get hurt. Okay, next thing. That cave was a bust. So, yeah. But we did get some good sulfur, and that's one of the things we're gonna need a little later. We're also going to need some creepvine samples to make fiber mesh. That's going to be very useful. Alright. Titanium? Good. Got titanium. Need some more silicone. And some fiber mesh. Like I said, this is going to be very useful later on. We have that. The repair tool. This is one of the big ones. We're gonna need this to fix that. And just like that,
Lifepod secondary
done.
systems online.
Fixed.
Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
Alright. We have that. Then we gotta fix the radio, which is going to broadcast messages like that.
Radio online. Broadcasting emergency distress signal.
And since that's repaired, we will be receiving messages every now and then from distress signals.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Alright. Now that that's good, now that that's fixed, you will be seeing a little radio icon in the top right hand corner of the screen, and that'll tell you when you're getting a signal. Alright, it's nighttime. And if you're new, you'd probably be hiding in the life pod by now. But a pro like me would know that nighttime is the best time to hunt for peepers. Because they have trouble staying awake. See this one? He can barely swim straight. And this one? And their eyes are easy to see. And then you can use a flare so you can see if you just activate it. Where the heck did they go? Oh, hold on. Nope, that ain't it. Okay. There's one. And there's number 2. And now, we've got a little flashlight. Like I said earlier, these things last a long time. And you can see. And yeah, night's just the best time to hunt.
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance. Depth 90 seconds, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
Ah. Well, we're not going to be going down there just yet. We're not going to be going down there yet. In fact, if you know me, well, you don't yet. If you know the game, and I'm guessing you don't because you're watching this video, that Aurora is a death sentence. Death sentence.
Copper
Crap.
is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
So, that little guy, that big guy, he's bad news, unless you have a peeper in your hand. Unless you have a fish in your hand, he's bad news. But if you have a fish in your hand, he'll eat the fish out of your hand, and he might just bring you some metal. See? He likes to play with metal. See? He'll just eat the fish out of my hand and leave me alone. Alright, swim to surface.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Alright. Another thing we're gonna need. That little purple guy
Alien
with the
life
ladderfish.
forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing
sandstone
alien
out.
resources is a proven survival strategy. Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many habitat modules.
Alright. So if you see these little rocks, break them open. They might have useful resources inside. Well, they will have resources. Oh, hold on. I need to drop some stuff, or drink some water. That'll work. Alright. Because you do have limited inventory space, and you should use... And every spot in your inventory is critical. And you will know... If you play Minecraft, you know that every little bit of inventory space is critical. So, if you've made it this far, you already know quite a bit about what to do when you're first starting out. And hopefully you don't have thalassophobia. Because, sorry, but this video's not for you if you got thalassophobia.
Detecting increased local radiation levels. trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core, sustained during planet fall.
Alright. What I just crafted is an air bladder. It is... Cutscene. Alright. Like I said, what I just crafted was an air bladder. And I'll show you what it does when it's daytime. But for now, I'm just gonna go hunting a little bit. So, when you're low on oxygen, and you're pretty deep in the water, you can use an air bladder to go straight to the surface, almost immediately. That thing will blast you up to the surface like a rocket. Right, I forgot my inventory was full. I can be a bit of a doof sometimes, but you're just gonna have to get used to me being a doof. And I'm probably gonna do some dumb stuff during this playthrough. It's inevitable. I'm not the smartest person in the world. Anyways, once that's done, okay, why did I get up there? All I need to do is offload some stuff. Alright, so, titanium. One of the most common materials, and it's one you will be using, period, all throughout the game. Titanium, titanium, titanium. You're going to be using this a lot, so it's best to keep a good supply of it. Copper, very useful for electronics. You're going to be using this in the middle and late game quite a lot. Same with silver. Fiber mesh. It's only really useful in the early game, but once you have stuff to combine it with, yeah, you're going to be needing it. You're going to be needing fiber mesh. Repair tool. You'll only need it in the early game to fix up your life pod, but in the middle and late game, you will be using it quite a lot to repair vehicles, your base, just about everything. You're going to be using it a lot. Peepers, one of the best food sources in the game, by far. Nutrient blocks are the best, but they're pretty rare. Table coral samples. You're going to be needing them for computers and electronics, that sort of stuff. Sulfur, gonna need them for flares, and if you need to craft another repair tool for whatever reason. Knife, you're gonna be useful for grabbing resources and self-defense. Air bladder, it'll give you oxygen, and it's an incredibly good flotation device. Fire extinguisher, self-explanatory, but that's just a breakdown of the most basic resources. And like I said, you're going to be needing all of these at some point in the game, so it's best to keep a good supply of them. Alright, blueprints. You can pin a blueprint to know what your objectives are, and right now I'm going to be doing that. So, pin blueprints to know what your objectives are, and start with something simple like an upgrade to your tank, a scanner, a pathfinder in case you get lost, but then again, I never use these things, so, yeah. Oh, and these grayed out ones, you are going to have to be scanning things to find these blueprints, or getting them from a data box, whichever one. But, yeah, you're gonna need them. You're gonna need your scanner, and you're gonna need to explore for stuff. To find materials, and data boxes. Alright. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and feel free to subscribe. I mean, it helps the channel out, and yeah. And hopefully, with your help, we can defeat the evil algorithm and just make this a bigger channel. Well, I hope you have a good day, wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one.